Welcome back to this video. In this video, I want to explore more items that we have on the products menu. Now, when I click on the products menu, you will see that we have a number of product types, and these are the main product types within PLR.me. But in fact, there's a lot more products that are available and a lot more resource types that are available. So if I click on View Content Library, I'm going to see a list of all of the different types of resources that are available. Now, I'm going to explore some of the resources that you mightn't be familiar with, because obviously you understand what an article is. It is a 2, possibly 3-page document that is written about a theme. Facebook ads, you know what a Facebook ad is. Email sequences will be a series of follow-up emails that can be sent to your clients or to potential clients. Landing pages would be a page that's created in order to attract potential clients or customers to sign up for your mailing list. So what I've done is I've downloaded some of the more interesting resources to show you samples so that you don't have to download them and use your credits. So let me just bring up my folder here. And as I say, it's not an exhaustive list. This is a sample of the important resources that you may not have come across before. So let's have a look at each one. Action guides. Now, a lot of these resources will be used in conjunction with other resources to build up a whole package. So when you look at these, for example, there may be another resource about life lessons that you could combine this with. So what this is a beautifully presented PDF, and of course you get the source files, but I'm just concentrating on the PDFs. And it tells you 10 valuable life lessons. In webinars and in future videos, we're going to show you how to use these creatively. But you can see here that it goes through 10 important lessons that the person can reflect on, your client, and even you can reflect on as a coach. You can't do it all alone. Repeating actions repeat the results. So you could use this as a basis of a webinar, a basis of a roundtable discussion. You could use it just to put in your waiting room as people are waiting to see you. Now, speaking of seeing people, in administrative forms, we have a number of forms that you can use, and one of those forms is the session notes. So rather than you having to create session notes, we have a template here for you that you record everything that has taken place within the session, and then any assignments or any activities that the person has to work on before the next session. Very, very handy, shows you as a professional and keeps you organized. Affirmations are PDFs that contain a quote up at the top, a reflective text, and then self-reflection questions. These can be very useful to give as a post-coaching resource. So you select a theme, you find an affirmation, and you give it to your client as homework or an assignment that they must submit before the next session. Assessments are self-assessments that a client can fill in themselves and assess themselves in particular areas. So for example, barriers to communication. Now, challenges are some sort of challenge that has been created in order to motivate potential clients or to use in your email autoresponder to attract more clients to your coaching practice. So for example, we have promo emails here first, and this is something that you would send out to people who have signed up to your mailing list, and you would link them to the 5-day self-esteem challenge, which is another resource that is on PLR.me. Then you would send them a daily email with the particular challenge, linking to a page on your website, for example, and all of the subject lines are given there. And then after this, you would actually send them a post-challenge email. So you can see the information here. Now, one of the things you could do with this is you could use this as a basis for any challenge you want to create and just change the actual content because it's very well laid out there. And as you see here, this is the post-challenge email, and there's actually a link here that you can include an offer to a product or a service that you may be giving. So checklists are checklists on a particular topic, for example, 14 ways to boost your confidence. And you see that you can print this out and you can give it to your client, and they can use this as a checklist to help them become more confident when they need to be more confident. In the contracts area, you will find a general contract that you can use as a coaching agreement. Now, of course, before giving this to any client or using it, you may feel that you want to check this with a legal representative in your territory or in your state to make sure that it is a valid contract. Courses are very exciting, and this is something new to PLR.me. This is a full course that has been created about authenticity, and it comes with 6 modules, and within each module you can have a number of lessons. In this particular module it's 8, in the next one it's 5, and within each module you have a description, you have a quiz. Within each lesson you will have the PDF for that particular course. What you could do with this is you could record it as a live webinar, you could use it as an automated webinar, or you could actually present this live as a seminar. So there's a lot of things you can do here, but you're given all the resources that you need here. And here we have images for the different modules. If I just open up module 1 there, you see this is the image for that module. So fables or stories are a very good way of communicating a message without it sounding like a lesson. So in this particular PDF, this is called A Mouse Full of Fears, and it's a story about overcoming insecurities. So there's a nice short story here, there's a moral, and then you have a personal reflection and self-reflection questions. So an interesting resource that you could give to your clients in order for them to reflect on a particular topic. Within the facts, we have factual sheets, for example, barriers to effective communication. So there's many things that can interfere with effective communication. Listed below are some of the more common problems, with antidotes to each problem. So this in itself could be turned into a podcast perhaps, or even a little mini course here. You could expand on this particular document. Within slide decks, we have a PDF or we have the PowerPoint. These are visually attractive presentations you could upload to somewhere like slideshare.net, or you could use as a presentation that you give at a seminar. So you can see they're perfectly presented and they're very effective. Now the video course is given as an addition to this course here, and this is if you don't want to record and do the voiceover for the actual course. PLR.me have actually done it for you. So you get the screen flow, which is the raw files, and then you get an MP3 and an MP4. So if I just start this here.
Welcome to lesson 2, the first step to being authentic.
And you can see that this has been professionally recorded, and you have all of the content here, and the voiceover artist will speak this content. Now you have something that you could actually use that you don't need to do too much work with, because you could use this as a webinar. Coupled with this video course, you have the video sales letter here. This would just be a video to sell this course. You have the slides here, which then you could do your own voiceover. Now one thing to note is the courses and the video content here are anything from 50 to 75 credits, and the rest of the resources here could be from 1 to 5 credits. Maybe 25 credits would be the maximum here. So why are the courses 50 to 75 credits? Well, because a lot of work has gone into them, and that work is saving you a lot of time. And of course, all of the courses have been professionally researched and put together, and they are ready to go. Wallpapers are inspirational images with an inspirational quote or text that you could use to give to people to download so they can have a background on their computer. You could use them on Instagram because we give you different sizes. You could use it on LinkedIn, on Facebook, to give an inspirational boost to people. And finally here on this overview, we have worksheets. And a worksheet, again, this would be used in conjunction with a report or another resource from PLR.me, will allow you to work through whatever content it was that was given to you previously. So here in this particular worksheet, it's dealing with passion in your life. So you would have read the report and then you are given quotes which you must reflect on. It's ideal because now you have a full resource. You have the workbook, you have the report, and you have the worksheet here. So let's go back to PLR.me, and I've covered the main resources here that you mightn't be aware of. Now you know what each one of these items are. Of course, if you have any questions, you can reach out to support@plr.me